Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Sunday, July 30th. It's 1:55 p.m. here in the Arizona desert, which is the same as California time right now. Looking at the market, as you may have noticed, definitely we've had some volatility. Went off the cliff a little bit, dumped. It's a 15-minute chart. You can tell it's very, very well coordinated here. Basically, within 30 minutes, it kind of hit. It dumped a bit. We'll measure how much in a second, exactly the percent-wise. And of course, it found some support and off it goes. Definitely wiped a lot of longs. And you can see some big volume came in. I'm watching the traffic over here. Big buys, big sells. Got a big $1.5 million buy right there. Someone's buying the dip with some serious confidence there. And so you can see the liquidations, big liquidations. People who were long definitely got wrecked. So it's Sunday and it's an interesting day. You could have seen this volatility on the way. Definitely we had low volume, etc. Another $1.4 million buy right there, a $1.6 million buy. So definitely big money is coming in and buying this dip. You can see it moving right now. My guess is it will probably return to above 30,000. It's at 29,234 right now. My guess is it'll find its way back to 30,000. There was not a lot of leverage right now. There was not really a lot of derivatives. So I don't think the exchanges shook this off. So most likely just some whales came in and boom, nailed it. So let's check it out. Of course, as always, BitcoinDailyView.com. Got more for you there. Go and peruse this very, very simple one-page and use my affiliate links. All right, now looking at the Bitcoin universe, I should say the crypto universe in squares in general. It was a bit green earlier. Now it just turned red. Litecoin holding on to the green. Nice to see that. I do think that in 2023, the end here, or maybe even 2024, I think we're going to see Litecoin do some stuff. So I'm glad to see that kind of stay green because I do think the Lightning Network is going to, well, be a part of the future for sure. I've run Litecoin nodes, a Litecoin node farm, and I can tell you right now, it's an immature pain in the ass. It hardly works. And it's very risky, actually. You got to have Bitcoin on every single node and a good deal of it to actually make it work. So as the Litecoin nodes, Litecoin network, as people can actually get into it in a little bit of a safer way and with a more stable platform to actually run Lightning Network nodes on. I think we'll see more. There's plenty right now, but I think that, like I say, if Litecoin actually, if the nodes get solid, you have to actually have so much Bitcoin in each one. I think I definitely would get in that game because it'd be a great way to, if you can dump some money into your nodes, you could make some money. Passive income. Anyways, looking at, it's going to take a second to render. Looking at Bitcoin, the top 100. We'll come back to this in just a second. 29,186 right now for Bitcoin. Looking at the exchanges, let's refresh this here. The exchanges have been the top 20 exchanges have been slightly picking up, kind of sideways to picking up as far as volume today. So it's nice to see. Derivatives are only at, which is longs and shorts with leverage, is only at 21 million. It was, less earlier, actually a lot, I should say, because it was more earlier with this big dump. So anyway, it ramped up some from this morning. I think it was less than 20 billion earlier, but now it's 21 billion. So anyway, not a whole lot of derivative pressure right now. So, and there wasn't earlier. It's like I say, I think the whales did this dump. Anyway, Binance coming at trading volume on Binance. 4.3 billion for sorry, never mind. Doesn't matter. Just forget I said that. Anyway, is this rendered yet? No, it is not. All right, so we'll keep on going. Looking at Bitcoin trading volume explicitly right now, it's 1.7 billion. So it went up about a point. So it was at 1.6 earlier, not too long ago. Now it's at 1.7 billion. Last 24 hours is down 45%. Been pretty darn low volume, and I think that's why we saw the low volume always brings in a weekend like this, or any time of the week, really. This definitely can cause some choppy weather. All right, looking at longs versus shorts right now for Bitcoin, 61% long, 30% short on Binance for Bitcoin. That makes sense. The longer's been long it all day. So even though a bunch just got wrecked, they have not given up. This number really didn't change after that dump. As we can see here, it definitely had a dump. Boom on the 15-minute chart. Very, very well orchestrated. I bet if I was to look at a 30-minute chart, let's see, a 30-minute chart, I think we just see, we'd see one perfect boom, perfectly, all within about 30 minutes or an hour, all orchestrated. Definitely, this is well orchestrated. Also, where did it bounce? Right about you can see it right here. Previous support right there. It wicked down to it. Definitely, there were some whales expecting this wick who got in. So anyway, yeah, people probably had their wick. Where did it wick to? Right around $29,021. I bet you there was around a bunch of people at 29,100 probably who are catching these wicks. Anyway, like I say, coordinated, if you ask me personally, it's my opinion. Now we're kind of finding a little bit of a hesitation here as we find previous resistance here. So anyway, my guess, we'll cruise back above 30,000 and roll into the week that way. As you can see on the 4-hour chart, we've been nothing but weak for a while here. Grab my little channel here. You can kind of see where, let me not say, I don't want to say we've been weak. Let me actually just put it to you like this. There's a 4-hour chart, and we can look at this. We can see where Bitcoin basically not too long ago, around let's just say 20th, it definitely lost 200 moving average, dumped below it, tried to get back above, couldn't do it, and it dumped back on the 24th, and it's just been riding the 314 moving average right here on the 4-hour chart, which is cool. Definitely a place you can bounce. But the thing is, I really always avoid whatever time frame I'm actually trading. I really super avoid ever getting involved in a trade between the 314 and the 200. If I in whatever time frame I'm trading. So 4 hours a good candle to look at. Really until we actually were to break below, boom, I give up, and maybe I look at the indicators and figure, okay, you can short, or you get some action like this where Bitcoin really gets froggy and goes, all right, I'm going to bounce hard, boom, hits up to the moving average, comes back, finds support, keeps moving. Then you can start looking like here, looking at places where you're going to see it probably start to find resistance and put some sells in there or sell out some of your stash. It all depends on how you trade. But basically, this has been a weak end. I consider Bitcoin's been pretty dang weak since, I would say, pretty much the 18th of this month. So really, I've just been kind of watching. And anyway, so this morning, got this bit of a dump. Now this 4-hour, so we had this the last 4-hour candle. Definitely, was in the red. It lost. It kind of wicked below, slight body below the 314. Now, it wicked below, even lower next candle. Now it's kind of finding a balance there in the 314. We're still in a weak ass zone, but if we do look here at the this is unusual. This kind of gets me where you've got usually the squeeze indicator. You see these nice. You kind of want to see a trend like this that just keeps going. This was deep. Then it went, could not quite get out of it. This little bit of action here, I wouldn't account for much. Anyway, so this is interesting. When you get stuff like this happen, it just really cannot seem to get its act together. We got something which is kind of very, very dumpy at that point. Although I will say you can get a little bit heinously creative and sort of actually draw a bit of a, almost like a channel when you see something like this. I mean, this squeeze indicator was a lot weaker than the last one. So anyway, you can kind of see some progress is being made. We were in the squeeze on the 4-hour, which just kind of got to look up squeeze indicator and see what that means. I always get a little bit confused, but squeeze just means that I forget exactly. I'll look it up and tell you next time. But basically, it's where Bitcoin or whatever you're looking at is going to either pump one way or the other. It's in the squeeze. And anyway, so we've been in the squeeze. If I actually was to fire up a Fibonacci sequence here, you can see where bam, let's do this fib here. Where are we at? Now look at that. That's just poetic. So here's the thing. I'm really not into, so you have this fib sequence. We're going back here to June 15th. You can see this move up. You can see it really stuck on the 236 fib level. You can see it really has stuck on the 382. And that's right there with the 4-hour 314 is, and the 200 moving average is right there on the 2.236. Very interesting spot. Really, I'm out as far as longing until the sucker bounces, finds support above the 236 and the 200 moving average. Then I think we might see something interesting happen. Right now, I would just say we're still in a bit of a, how would I put it? This is a hard one to play. So like I say, I'm not long right now on Bitcoin. I'm just kind of on the sidelines watching right now. We'll see what happens. I mean, this would tend to, this is a bit of a positive sign if you're wanting to too long. Let me find a little bit of a sorry about that. Let me just use this. We do have a bit of an upwards trend here on the squeeze indicator. I kind of like that. And the directional index is in the green now. ADX is not in the right spot. We are seeing volume has been continually declining. So in general, I just don't think this is a great play right now. I'm going to be out of Bitcoin. I'm just not gonna play. It's just kind of weak right now. Not a good trade, in my opinion. Looking at a 45-minute chart for immediate price action. Sorry about that. Let's look at this a little bit closer. Yeah, on the 45-minute chart, you can see this downwards 200 and 314 for quite a while. That's pretty weak. It can't quite get above that 200 moving average. It finally lost it, dumped below it. How's the squeeze indicator? Squeeze indicator is not very decisive. Directional index could be making a comeback, but it's not looking that great. ADX is in the right spot, but not really the right spot. Got some volume going on, but it's mostly dump volume. So this is all just pretty darn weak. So let's just see what happens. It really needs to get past this 200 and 314, make a bounce, keep going before I'm really into it. So Bitcoin's definitely. Not sure what just happened there. Let's see. What happened to my thing? There it is. What happened to my trading view thing? Did I hit a weird button? Leave page. Will it go back to where I was? No, it hates me. Anyway, somehow in some weird way I got logged out of trading view suddenly. Well, anyway, guys. Well, you know what? We saw what we saw. We know what we're looking at. Wait for a reversal. It's all just looking pretty weak right now. Let's look at the Bitcoin in the top 100. Has that actually come back yet? It has. So Bitcoin in the top 100, Bitcoin at 29,227. Things that are Bitcoin, SV, basically one of the greatest forms of evil on the planet right now, is in the green. Not surprising. It thrives on misery and lies. All right, what else? Optimism, OP up 5% right now. Bitcoin Cash, another unsavory coin in my opinion. Anyway, Optimism might be somebody who pumps. I would look at it, but well, for some reason I just got logged out of trading view for whatever reason. Can I log in here? Sign in? Can I get back in? That's really weird. Why did it totally forsake me? Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna mess with it too long. I think anyway, God only knows. Whatever. I paid my damn bill. Anyway, here's something to check out. This is by someone who's been on my other podcast, or my little podcast for eating creators. This is something I'll be watching early this week. A little bit expensive, but if you're into extremely, extremely eclectic, fun stuff, this is going to be an absolute showstopper. So you might want to watch this. It's not cheap, but it's really fun if you're into the extreme eclectic craziness, which I am. This just came out by Frank Jacob, an amazing character. I'll comment it in the video, and also I put it in the live chat. Check it out. Tell them Greg sent you. This is deep, deep fun stuff if you're into the crazy eclectic stuff like I am. Great wealth migration. New York, California tax revenue tumbles amid exodus. Well, you can see California, New York, Illinois. Those are kind of the big bad boys who are really losing big, big tax revenue. Not surprising. And then, of course, who's getting it? Where are people going? I can tell you for sure. Matter of factly, since I live here in Arizona, you can see right here they're definitely coming to Arizona. We're number 3 on the list. Number 1 is Florida, but I tell you what, they're getting kind of burned because DeSantis is turning out to be an a-hole. So he's not what people thought he was, and so these Floridians are going to be rather sorry. I always kind of had a feeling that was a bit of a setup. Anyway, put the perfect place to escape on the market like Florida, get everybody to move there, and then have the governor who supposedly was so great end up to be basically not so good. Texas, there you go. And then, of course, Arizona, boom. Colorado, I don't know. We're going downhill. I love Tennessee, though. Tennessee's awesome. But Colorado, I don't know, guys. I think you're making a mistake. That's more like one of these states up here in the Exodus list, more so than the place you really want to go if you're leaving California because of, globalism and high taxes. Then Colorado is not the state to go in. So anyway, America, people are moving around. People are moving around, you know. You want to have some fun? Do a comment and tell me what state you think is the best one to be in America right now, if any, and why you think so. I think Arizona, because you know what? We still got our cowboy spirit. We are podunk here in some places, and we just don't give a crap if people don't like it. Anyway, I'll take everybody, take care as I wind this up. Just wanted to mention the summer blockbuster Sound of Freedom. It's really amazing to see this thing do so well. I myself have not seen it, and I'm not going to. I'm just too fragile to see it. I already know this crap. I was in the military. I saw child trafficking in Africa, and I already know, and it's terrible. So we know this is going on. It's amazing. We've learned a lot about the world. Everybody who says this is some kind of a conspiracy movie, well, you know what their hobby is that they do in secret. So anyway, guys, thank you for being an optimist. Thank you for being an amazing Bitcoin truth seeker. And I'm working a lot right now, and it's kind of hard to get these things out. I'm having a good time what I'm doing, but free time is about non-existent. So to the best of my ability, I will get these out just whenever I can, and I'll try to get these things out on a regular basis so that we can actually start to get in some good trades, especially this week. I think after this dump on Sunday, we might see some great setups. We check them out right now, but I don't know. I don't want to mess with TradingView. It seems to hate me right now. Will it give me some love here? Let me try this login. Okay, wait a second. 1 second. Bridges. Let's see. Bridge. No, it's not a bridge. Verify. Do you like me? With that. Sign in. No, it hates me. Anyway, guys, take care. I will see you again later after I get logged back in the TradingView. The forces of evil have won so far, but only one battle. I'll win the war. I'm coming for you. Take care.